All right, guys, let's talk about what we're going to do. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to do a three-person full spectrum evolution. All right. Here's the setup. So we got 3 helmets. We got 3 sets of goggles, 1 T-gun. The person that has a T-gun and their holster concealed will be the focus of the evolution. All right. So one of the other 2 people, when I say begin, will start encroaching and engaging the gun bearer verbal. Okay, so it's going to start off with you having to manage an unknown contact. So we got 1 person with the gun, 1 person encroaching. The 3rd person in the trio, I will have physically held by the elbow and will be walking around with them. As long as I have them physically held by the elbow, you as the gun bearer can't see, don't know they're there, they don't exist in your world. They're not part of the world. Okay, the world being Thunderdome, which you can't leave. If I release that person, then they're in play. Okay, now, where does it go from here? What am I looking for? You know what? I don't really care at this point. You guys can pretty much do whatever you want, and you can play this any way you want. What this is an opportunity to do is put together all the content in free flow and just see what happens. All right. I may end up calling this evolution, depending on what happens, without a shot being fired or a gun being drawn. I may call this evolution with you on the deck getting stabbed and shot and beat up by 2 dudes. So you have no idea where it's going to go. Kind of like real life. What I'll tell you is, when you're the guy that's feeding the gun bearer, okay, you're encroaching, you're doing whatever, the better the act and the higher the level of ambiguity and the more realistic you are, the better it is. You can play this any way you want to. You could be 2 benign contacts, you could be 2 hostile contacts working together, you could be a benign and a hostile contact. You can start off hostile and become benign, you can start off benign and become hostile. Okay, try and play the way to play this authentically and to get the best training value out of this is let your emotions dictate what you do. Okay, so for instance, if you walk up with the intention of asking directions because you're lost and that's genuinely what's in your mind, the guy says, "Hey, back the fuck up!" right off the bat, and that pisses you off, play it, let it go. Okay. If a guy, or if you want to play it where, hey, I'm going to try and rob this guy, okay, and a guy looks vulnerable and he's letting you encroach without having a good fence, punch him in the face, okay? I don't care how you play it. Or, if a guy is particularly verbally adept and you start off hostile and it just kind of makes you benign and you feel, kind of deflates you and it works, play it out, okay? That's the best way to do this. So this will go like any evolution until I call it, okay, regardless of what happens. Stay in role, stay acting, stay fighting, whatever's being done, okay? If you get shot and you feel like those rounds would have had good effect in the real world and you want to simulate effect, hey, that's cool. If you want to soak up a magazine because you're a fucking zombie or hyped up on PCP, you can do that too. Knives are in play. If you want to use the knives, that's cool too. Both good guy and bad guy, and light striking, okay, because again, where there's soft helmets, is allowed. No kicking, don't kick each other in the nuts or anything like that, rather you not do that, okay, or in the knee, none of that. We don't have the gear to make that a reality. So it'll go until I call it. Once I call it, we'll pull everybody out of the protective equipment, and I'll start kind of going chronologically with the gun bearer. Okay. You're walking down the street, guy walked up to you and asked you for a pack of smokes. What happened then? Blah, blah, blah. And we're going to look at certain decisions you made chronologically. Okay, and I will probably ask you, okay, you said this, but you think about saying this. And that's not to say that you did something wrong. Okay, I just want to offer an alternative, point of view, or just kind of go down a different path. It's an interesting exercise. It's a very immersive, important exercise. It's actually my favorite part of the course because people say that the best teacher is experience, right? Well, the problem with experience in a high-risk endeavor like anything involving guns is that one, in the real world, can cost you your life. So I've never believed that experience is a good way to learn anything regarding defensive gun use. Probably the next best thing is experiential training, so we can provide you with the benefit of an experience without the consequence of actually doing it for real. Getting shot, killing another human being, going through the legal system, so on and so forth. So that's the best way to get the benefit of this exercise is good acting. Okay, good acting. Once we get through the hot wash, we'll probably ask for some observations from Thunderdome. Okay, hey, you saw this, what'd you guys think? Good sheet, bad sheet. Would it be interesting too is to see if there's a consensus. To see if there's a consensus from what was seen, what was felt, what I saw, whether something was, good or not so good. It's an interesting exercise from that standpoint. If you're not in the exercise in your own Thunderdome, guys, please don't let them run all over the range. Try and body bunker them back in, okay? Don't let them run between you up in the range house and stuff like that. Thunderdome is an artificial barrier that we have to have for safety and control, okay? So you're not running off with the cows and all over the fucking place, okay? So keep them body blocked in here. If you see them getting over there, block them in, okay? So they get back in the center. So it's fake in that regard and that you can't leave, okay? But we have to impose that level of control. So once we finish up with the hot wash and the exercise, we'll switch the gun to somebody else in the trio until the entire trio has gotten through the exercise, okay? And then we'll pull 3 more in here, all right? Any questions at all?
Do the observers need eye protection?
Everybody needs eye pro. Everybody needs eye pro. Everybody needs eye protection. Yep. Everybody has to have it. So go get it if you don't have it. You gotta have it. We are shooting center.